All right, go ahead and follow along with me for your 5-minute dynamic warm-up. Let's start with check knees. We're bringing our knees up towards our elbows, and as I bring my knees up towards my elbows, I'm trying to squeeze into my core to activate my core, as I also feel this in my hip flexors. So each one of these exercises we do, these dynamic movement prep exercises that we do, are going to be for about 30 seconds. And now let's go ahead and bring our knees across our body, and we're going to alternate sides. And you're exhaling here as you drive your elbow to your knee. Let's try again to squeeze into the core as we drive that elbow up to the knee. Exhaling, inhaling. You can hold that for a split second if you want to on each side, just to activate the core just a little bit more. Now let's go ahead and engage our hamstrings, and this is going to be kicking your heels up towards your butt, and we just want to try to wake up those hamstrings, so you should feel it in the back of the legs. Move your arms almost like you were running. This also helps us warm up our shoulders a little bit in the front and the back of the shoulders. And after we've done this one for 30 seconds, we're going to go ahead and move on to abduction. So let's go ahead and bring our feet close together. Our arms are going to be out wide. I'm standing on one foot as I flare this leg out to the side. Now it's a slow movement. It's not a fast movement. I'm trying to squeeze into the side of my hip, and I'm keeping my toe pointed straight forward. Notice my foot, the toe is flexed up towards my knee, and I'm not allowing my toe to turn up. I'm leading with my ankle as I flare this leg out to the side. And after 30 seconds, we'll switch to the other side. And same thing here. I'm flaring this leg out to the side, trying to intentionally keep my toe facing forward, not using momentum. I'm not kicking my leg out fast like this. It's going slow squeeze, and I'm also not leaning my torso into this. Everything stays stable, and you should feel this right in the hip. After that, we'll go to windmilling our arms and kicking our leg up in front. Now, you want to try to touch your toes as you kick your leg up in front, and you also want to try to turn your torso all the way. So my shoulders are rotating each time I kick that leg up and reach my arm forward. That way, I'm activating my transverse plane, my twisting plane of motion. Nice, and we'll do this one for 30 seconds as well. And after this, we'll go ahead and get into a inchworm, which we will walk forward, come down, walk forward into the high plank or push-up position. Now you can do an optional push-up. If you lack some upper body strength, don't worry about it. You don't have to do the push-up, it's optional. Walk your hands back and hang out here in a hamstring stretch for a second, and then we'll walk our hands forward again to this push-up position. Again, optional push-up. If you want to drop down to your knees to do this push-up, that's totally okay, but let's just make sure your hips come with you and that you're not leaving your butt in the air and just bringing your torso down. So whole body comes down, bring your toes down to the ground, lift your knees up, and then walk your hands back all the way. And we'll probably have time to do one more within that 30 seconds. Maybe you get through 3 or 4 or 5 of them. That's okay. Go ahead and walk your hands all the way back. And then from here, what I like to do is warm up the ankles a little bit. So it's kind of just a little bit of hop side to side on each foot. And then I'll bring my arms across my body as I do that. And you'll notice that one arm is going on the top, and then the other arm is going on the top. And I'm just trying to find a little bit of rhythm in my feet and my arms as I swing my arms across my body and warm up my shoulders, warming up my back, warming up my ankles a little bit. And from this position, after you've done that one for 30 seconds, we want to go into a high march. Bring your hands up high, drive your knees up high, right in front of your body in the sagittal plane. This is the sagittal plane of motion. This is the frontal plane, and this is the transverse twisting plane. So we're warming up the sagittal movement here. And then from here, I'll go into a lateral lunge where I take a moderate step out to the side. Not a huge step, it's a moderate step. Shifting your body weight. Everything is stacked over this foot. I'm really light on this foot. I feel a little stretch here. I drive up, and then I come right back down. I drive up, and then right back down. We'll get a few here. Maybe we get 5 to 10, and then let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Palms in prayer pose here, and then arms go wide as I push off. Just enough power to get up, but not topple over. Again, we're not trying to make this the most challenging exercises. We're just warming up the body. This is dynamic movement prep. And if you do all of those exercises, you'll take about 5 minutes to prepare yourself for the bulk of the workout. And now all of the neuromuscular junctions are firing. The body is warm. You're ready to work hard.